intent was. In any case, both of these bears will be in captivity for the rest of their lives because somebody interfered with them. That's not anything you would want us to do. We would not want anybody to interfere with bears while they're in the wild. And unfortunately, both Lucky and Holly, they're going to have a great home here, a great forever home here at the North American Bear Center. But for those of you watching, if you ever see a wild cub in the wild, don't just assume that you can pick that cub up and take him home and raise him or her like a dog or a cat. You always want to call the authorities and let them make those decisions. Has peanuts. That's a favorite right now with all the bears. It's got a little bit more higher calorie than grapes or fruit. It's that time of year here in the Ely area, at least, in August for hyperphagia. Hyperphagia is a time when bears begin to gain weight, and they want to gain weight rather rapidly, so they can go into hibernation later this fall. We just weighed our bears today, in fact, and they're all doing really quite well with their weights. We do weigh them once a week because we are their major food givers, although they do have wild food in the enclosure. Some of the wild foods we have in the enclosure are blueberries, raspberries, wild sarsaparilla, pin cherries, choke cherries, and we have white clover, although white clover is not something that they want right now. They prefer the white clover more in the springtime when it's just the shoots are a little tender. Now the white clover is a little hard and they don't really digest it as well. But we have white clover all the way around the pond. We do have other clover in the enclosure as well. They will eat the red or pink clover, but they prefer white. A little bit about the 2.5 acres we have here that you see in front of you. The 2.5 acres is natural woods. And once you get to the tree line in front of you on the other side of the pond, it's all treed, natural, and the only water source is the pond here, and that's man-made, as well as obviously the waterfalls and a lot of the large rocks that were brought in for the waterfalls. The pond is a great place for our bears on warm, really humid days. As I indicated earlier, Honey Bear has about half of her winter coat on yet today. Lucky and Holly are a little bit further along. In fact, they're more close to done being shedding. But shedding is an individual thing with each bear. Lucky does hibernate first, and Honey Bear hibernates last. Lucky typically hibernates the 3rd week of October, and Honey Bear typically is about the 4th week of November. So she's got plenty of time to get rid of that winter coat and start a new winter coat for this upcoming year.